Okay, people. Looks like we are live, hopefully. Welcome to the last show of the year of 2020. How's everybody doing? How you doing, man? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good, thank you. Even though it was different. I mean, I guess on the whole, you could say it wasn't because I did the same thing I did last year.
Uh-huh.
Um, Basically, I had Thanksgiving over my daughter's uh, bo- um, boyfriend's mother's home. So
Okay.
yeah, and it was just us four. So it was pretty good though. It was pretty good.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. We were
Yeah.
just here, me and my mom. Hell, I
Mm.
didn't I didn't even cook the turkey. I'm saving that for Thanksgiving. I mean for Christmas.
Okay.
So
Now well, as you probably saw on my post, I had cooked the turkey. They had cooked everything else. So
oh, not in no, I actually no, I didn't see that.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's good. That's cool. But yeah, we just did that, chilled. Uh, that was it.
Hmm.
Didn't do much else. Uh, just chilled, man. Had really just had chicken and what else we had? Burned up the damn. We had
What?
greens. Burned up the damn dressing though.
Oh, Greg Smith.
Well, I know. It just I don't know how that had. Well, when I put the chicken broth in that, I don't know what happened. It maybe it was too high. I don't know. It was too high up on it. I don't know.
This is breaking news.
You fuck up sometimes. I had some cranberry relish tray thing,
Uh-huh.
but well, people, yeah, this is gonna be the. This is we're taking a break after tonight till January 10th, same time, same bat channel. Take a break, man. You know, it's like Bill Maher. Bill Maher's been off for a week now. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
know
yeah.
that you gotta take some time off, refresh. Um, joy family and stuff. That's what all that about, having availability of business and still have your business run while you're doing that.
Hmm.
With all the stuff that's going on today, man, you better be having something that allow it to run. We're just talking about. I was talking to my mom earlier. They just said that the this online shopping cyber tomorrow, Cyber Monday, all this stuff that's going on is either going to be even 30% higher income boost than previous years
Hmm.
due to the situation that we're in now with the COVID. So, and I was like, and we've been saying this forever that this, if it wasn't for social media and the internet, we would probably be in a depression right now.
Oh, no doubt.
No
No doubt.
jobs could be done, no work from home because you didn't have the technology. Um, the saving grace has been the internet. I don't know why our media doesn't expand upon that. Our
Mhm.
political people don't expand upon that. That the internet has saved really has saved the economy. It could be a lot worse than what they're saying. They're saying, well, people are out of jobs. Well, people are out of jobs because they haven't learned to adapt to changing demographics, changing diaphragm. The world's changed in the last 15, 20 years.
Right.
Those who
Right.
didn't, I've been saying this, those who haven't learned to adapt to it, yeah, are being left out because they can't work from home or they don't have the accessibility of utilities of the internet and all that other stuff. Yeah, and we've been talking about all this through. This is why I call this thing a year in review. I put together a collage of some of our shows that I'm gonna
Okay.
run probably in the end of this, near the end of this, just to show that we just did some things that like I said, I've been doing this show since 2016, and when I started out with this. I started out on our cell phone. You know, we got so much technology that you can do. You don't have to have the big media things that people always want to spout all about. All you need is a connection, either through your smartphone, a
Right.
laptop, a tablet, whatever you got in hand. You can start your own business, agency, media company, coaching, whatever the hell you want to do because of the internet. The internet, I don't care what everybody talks about. If it wasn't for the internet, we'd be in a global depression, people. Let's just keep it real. I mean, people can say all the stuff they want to say about why, and all that. There's still people talking about, well, after they want to go back to in stuff. What's the what I want?
Mhm.
What I want to put it? Schooling.
Right.
I wouldn't send my kids to school if I had one. Not. I mean, would you? Well, you got one, but if you had a small, if your kids were small, like when I met them, man, when I met you, would you be
Hmm.
considering, like, to put them in harm's way like that? If this stuff happened back then.
Oh no. Oh no. Uh, I know it would have been a challenge, but it's there would be no way, and I know my daughter's mother would not have
Yeah,
been like, no, we gonna have to make this work
yeah.
somehow.
It's just does it just doesn't make any sense for people who got this attitude. You know what? My other thing is, I know you're a sports fan and everything, but is sports worth the health of everybody? Come on, folks. They
Man,
really.
I have to be honest with you. I am even even when it was not not to the level that it is now.
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't see I didn't see where the NFL. Okay, yeah, that's different. But
Why is
the
the
college,
NFL different?
the only reason I say that because they're getting paid. That's the only reason say it in that
Okay,
aspect.
but
But as far as college sports, I didn't think that I really didn't think that any of them would even go forward into the season. I really didn't.
well, I mean, your coach is gonna get paid, but the players don't get paid for the college, and they're
Right.
putting everybody's look. What's his name now? Ohio State coach has tested positive. That's one of
Right.
the reasons why they canceled
Exactly.
the game yesterday. And then now
Exactly.
they're considering, well, there were some other games in the pros that got canceled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Um, money, I'm all about money, but not in the expense of I gotta take this stuff back to my family see,
mhm.
the biggest problem people still don't get it is not about you so much. It's about the people you come in contact with. When are we gonna get this? I just saw an article, and this guy he's a mathematician student, and he said he predicted all this stuff that's happening now, and he says they need to shut down the country for a whole year, 12 months. Now, he said all this vaccine mess we talking about, he said it ain't
Mhm.
gonna make a difference until we stop running around the country, because this thing is so out of hand right now. Mathematically, what he's calculating, he said
Well,
we're gonna be in this stuff if we don't do something drastic.
well, you remember before she had caught holy hell for saying this exact thing. She said, Dr. Amy Acton,
Uh huh.
at the beginning of this, she said, we want to flatten. want to flatten the curve because if we reach a level where it's 10,000 cases a day, it's going to get out of control. Now, just about just about everyone in the media circles, and yeah, I will say this on the right wing circles, who disagreed with that, thought she had probably thought she had lost her mind when she said that. Well, here we are, 10 months later. She was off by a few months. Now I don't know how that is in the scientific world, but for me, she was right on.
You know what? Like I watched that show on Richard Engel last week, and when this stuff started coming out in Wuhan, China, they really didn't play with it. They were locking citizens in the city in their houses. I'm talking about the gov people. They were actually barricading all those people that tested positive. They wouldn't even letting them out. They were barricading their asses in there. What do you American leader wake up? Do you want to have? Do you want what did they call that? What do you call it? What do you call it? Damn, I'm losing the martial law against
Oh
the
yeah.
United States.
Oh yeah.
If they call a martial law against this, y'all can holler, y'all can do whatever the hell y'all want to do, America. If we don't get up out of our ass with, and I'm sorry, and it just seems like it's this one section of the country and a group of people, and they mostly seem like they white and Republican. They're always talking about their goddamn freedom. Fuck your freedom, people. Really. Your freedom mean a goddamn thing to anybody else that gets sick because of your dumb asses think you got to go run around the country. That's why we got, and they even said that part of the problem with all this stuff is because this lame duck president we got now spreading all that shit around. You know, you got to be descendants of the fools that spread the Black Plague in Europe. That's the problem. Because they didn't want to listen. They didn't have nothing. We had technology. They could have handled all this shit better. But no, we got knuckleheads like everywhere. This is like when I worked at Time Warner, you got these knuckleheads that would stay their ass at home because they worry about, well, if I don't get paid. Well, if you're dead, you ain't gonna get paid neither. Okay? If everybody's dead, what do we have to have a real zombie apocalypse? Then what would y'all do? They just start. I just start popping y'all right off. Don't even no mass pow, no mass pow. If that could get to that, okay, they could get right to that. I mean, it's this ridiculous how hard-headed grown folks are supposed to be, and then they don't say, well, 265,000 people dying ain't a hoax. Okay, people, wake the fuck up. It's not a hoax. This is not a flu like you got when you could take in the fall and go about your business. This thing is knocking off motherfuckers like a ninja. Okay?
Oh yeah.
It's sneaking up on some bitches and taking you out just like an assassin. Y'all don't want to wake the fuck up to the notion that this shit is happening. Why should we suffer because you a fuck up? Why should anybody suffer because you're a selfish prick? Yeah, maybe it should happen to you so we don't have to deal with this shit. The people that think that way, because you causing more problems for everybody else with this shit. I know. I'm talking this was my last show, but I'm the last show of the year. But yes, I'm gonna go out with this because people need to really understand what's going on. We're in the Christmas season. It's all fucked up because of some people wouldn't listen. It's a saving grace in disguise because it's giving us what we do, the legitimacy of what we've been saying to do in the first place. But on the other hand, I don't want to see people dying off because of that shit. You know, folks better wake the fuck up because this ain't gonna be the last time something like this happens.
No, no, and obviously we're not over with this. It's going to be interesting to see you know, two, three, 2, 3 weeks from now,
Yeah, I'm wondering how they should
how
handle.
things are going to be.
Yeah, I'm really wondering how they really should handle the inaugural. Tell you the truth, you know.
Well, if it's already been said that it's not going to be on the scale, of course, as the others were, but I guess it's still in the early stages. We just don't
Yeah, but
know.
you still gonna have to. You still gonna have people trying to crowd up in there, and they in the
Oh
mall.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Unless his code is like when Obama had the first one, but still,
Hmm.
I just we haven't learned all the stuff when we started these panel shows back in March, because one of the reasons we wanted to let people know what was available out there as far as what they can do since we were being locked down. We've given a lot of information out to the market to let them know it doesn't have to be what you think it has to be. I don't give a shit what the media, I don't give a shit what this government says, especially at the time who we had in government. They didn't know what the
Hmm.
fuck they were doing stuff to all because of this. I got no problem with people making money, but if you're trying to make money on the backs and on the reason to hurt other people, I got a problem with you. I don't give a shit if I known you 30 years, you can get the fuck off my face about that shit. I got a problem with you. Like I said before, I have a problem with people. You cannot, if you're the 30 or 73 million people that voted for this dude and you voted, say, for his policies, you could not vote just for his policies because his policies are built on the ideologies of racism, misogyny, and homophobia. That's what it's based on. That's what his whole policy. And you can't separate the two. Okay? Because the
Yeah.
foundation of his policies, that's what was his policies were based off. So all this shit about, well, I voted for Obama. You couldn't have voted for Obama and didn't go into this. There's something fucked up about you. How you go from Obama to that fool? How the fuck you go from Obama to that fool? And you gonna tell me legitimately that's what you did? You full of shit. Yeah, I'm talking to those of you that are out there. So, and then this dude's trying to
There
talk about,
those were there were quite a few
yeah,
that
you're
did
full
that.
of shit. Those of you who did that, you're full of shit out here.
Hmm.
There's no legitimate, there's no mindset that could go from this and this. Well, based off of what? What was your basis to do that? It doesn't make sense. And we talked about all this type of stuff throughout this time of the pandemic. And yes, we're going to end the show this year on that note, because the show for the 2000 last show, this is tonight on for 2020, because we need to go into 2021 with a different mindset about what do we want our communities, our nation, and all this stuff to look like. We can't continue to go with this stuff, with this mindset about um, stuff. And right, I don't know if you watched this thing that was on MSNBC the other night. There's a 3-part thing on Obama, and they talked about how, you know, Trump, I'm gonna say it, forced a lot of this stuff that we're dealing with right now with this divide. He is the cause. He is the cause of 250,000 people dying a roundabout way. I don't give a shit if y'all mad because I say this. He is. When you have a playbook, when you have a pandemic situation that could have monitored this, that was set up for when they had the Ebola situation, and then you get rid of and fire all the people, you should be charged. You are nothing but a murderer in a roundabout way. You caused the deaths for. I have a friend that died in Brazil because of your ass. Okay, I've had friends that got sick. My mom's sister got sick over this. She caught it. So don't tell me this bullshit that he's not responsible. He's responsible because of his fucking negligence. God damn it. Yes, he is.
And because of that, it's probably touched just about, in a roundabout way, just about every American. I have Greg said he had a friend pass. I had a neighbor that I grew up with who passed earlier this year because of that. I have a cousin um, who thankfully he's back at work, but he had it, and it was a pretty rough go from what I understand. His
When
wife his wife is she's coming out of it now, but they both got it around about the same time.
if
So
people are
this affects
still,
everyone, folks,
yeah,
whether
people are still
you get
having
it or not.
residual effects from this. It's not just by getting the damn thing. They have a
Mhm,
residual effects, and and everybody's effects aftermath of having it are different because of whatever. And
mhm.
the bullshit that is about underlying ailments, that may be one of them. But there were some kids that didn't have no underlying, they were young, 20s, 15, didn't have it and died. So that's bullshit too.
Right.
Okay. All the, part of the problem we got too, I'm gonna say this, is the media. The media need to get their shit together. And I'm talking about
Oh yeah.
MSNBC, I'm talking about
Mhm.
CNN, I'm talking about Fox. All the motherfuckers need to get their shit together and get the right shit down and quit doing the sensationalize everything for advertisement dollars. I don't give a fuck about your advertisement dollars neither. Okay. See, that's one part of the problem also. But there's
Mhm.
some of y'all do that more than the other ones. And it's getting to a point where they need to crack down on everybody. Okay, freedom ain't free, people. I'm tired of white folks, a lot of white folks, I'm tired of a lot of white Republicans and black, all the time about they got the fuck your freedom. Your freedom don't mean shit if it interferes with my family's health and well-being. I don't give a fuck about your freedoms. Okay? People are always talking about this shit. I hear this all the damn time, even from people that I know. I tell them, I don't give a fuck about your freedom if it interferes with mine. Your freedom cannot interfere with mine. And then you say you want your freedom. If it interferes with mine, fuck your freedom. We gonna have a problem. Okay? That's bullshit. And people need to really stop with this selfishness. They need to stay their ass at home with this shit. I would go for a law, a martial law, if it could get this shit down. For the simple fact, motherfuckers won't listen.
And it
Okay,
still could come to that.
and
It still could
y'all think you think your freedoms were taken away or stuff? Then wait, if this thing went to a martial law, you think y'all really be no freedom? Shit. I mentioned this before. Filipino dictatorship, Duerte. All he concerned was to stop the spread, and he was blasting foods right in the street. He had his whatever brigade of people. You were out. If you were out after curfew, you were dead. Straight up, no bullshit. Because they didn't have any other way to really. They thought they could curtail this virus. They told them to do this and that, like here. So they smoked their ass. They threw their ass on a pile of bodies and lit them on fire. Really, that's what they did. Go look it up, people. See, I told you, I keep stuff real. Because some of y'all need to be slapped upside the head to really understand what's really could happen in this country. Ain't nothing free. Stop with the free bullshit. Nothing is free. You're gonna pay for whatever you do and whatever you want in life on any kind of goddamn level. So the free shit needs to stop you spitting out on your mouth. There ain't nothing free out here. Okay. Sorry to have to be like this, but you need a lot of people need to be hit upside the head. You know, as my mother said when I was a kid, if you can't listen, you need to feel. Some of y'all need to feel. Some of y'all need to be cracked right upside the head, be it physically, verbally, or whatever, because you won't. You won't. And it's stupid. You know, yes, I had that. We went through all this stuff with this show this way. People say they want this, they want that, they don't want, but they don't want to do the work for it. it may sound like I'm reiterating this stuff, but it's true all the time. And you know, I was on another thing. I was talking to somebody on. They're talking about how, well, it was on on the Wednesday training. They're talking about how people were getting upset about folks don't comment on their posts and all that, but they got all these views. The views probably are more viable than the comments because people will talk a lot of shit, and people do. Y'all probably think I talk a lot of shit, but nah, I talk what I experience and see. All right, y'all can call it whatever the hell you want. I don't really give a damn. All right, I'm not on here to have everybody like what I have to say, and that's fine. That's cool. I don't care. I never did that for this. I did it to give people information about what's going on that a lot of people are scared to say, even in the professional online entrepreneur. Too many people are scared to be real with you because they too bad of damn, well, he won't like me or he won't follow me. I don't really give a fuck if you don't follow me. Y'all get the fuck over here now. Really. Honestly, I'm just being honestly real about what's need to be going on. We need to grow the fuck up for 2021. If this has not made some of y'all be real about your life going into this coming year, ain't nothing going to. Because what I was going to do is repeat the same bullshit. You're going to bring in the same dark entity, dark bullshit that you did with 20. Well, I'm not having it, you know? And more and more people, I'm going to find out what y'all did. Because I'm cleansing my association with folks because I don't need that bad energy. And I told them I don't need that bad energy around me. Because there's too many people that try to play this role and then they, you know, and then they sneak around that. But you know, I'll find the fuck out. I got ways. People, I just do. And it's just folks need to really get real. We're in the fourth quarter, 30 days left in the fourth quarter of this year. What do you want to do? Now, you probably get mad because what I've said, but who's out here being real to you? Who's out here giving you information that you don't have to have your ass running around here looking for a fucking job? You know, somebody else, there was a thing on not Claude Anderson, Dr. Boyce Watkins who posted out. He said, somebody don't quit your day job. And I said, well, sometimes it's not whether somebody quits their day job. The day job may quit them. The people getting laid off. What are you going to tell these people right now? We got some million folks that are laid off their job because of COVID. That's not their fault.
Right.
Problem is everybody get too comfortable thinking that they're going to have these jobs and these people going to keep them around. And when something like this happens, and when they lay it off, then somebody says, well, I didn't quit my job, it quit me. That's what you got to consider. The job can quit you. It's not about whether you quit it. A lot of jobs have quit me, and I quit a lot of jobs. Sometimes you just gotta make that jump without the parachute and gather that shit while you go down. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna fall any damn way, so you might as well fall based off of your doing, not somebody else. You only got one shot at this life. It's not a damn practice play. It's not a dress rehearsal. It's one motherfucking shot. And now, if you believe in reincarnation, man, you know, you ain't gonna come back as you look.
No.
Okay, that's really why people say it is. And I put, and you know, another thing I put on there, I'm gonna step on somebody's toes. I don't care. A lot of us in the Black community need to understand that God helps those who help themselves. Too many of y'all got a lot of Jesus, but you ain't got a lot of us. Okay? Part of us and Jesus got to be us working in the community. And like we're going to go back to the thing. Ain't shit for free. Not even his blessing. Okay? Y'all can talk all that shit about second coming, third coming, all that stuff. I heard it for 61 years. We the prayingest motherfucking communities on earth, but we still on the lower end of the fucking totem pole. Why is that? We can pray all the fuck we want. Okay? We've been praying going to church, doing all this shit, why are we still economically struggling? That needs to really be addressed. All that praying and shit, what is it getting you? Because a lot of you don't do nothing, you don't do the right thing, and you wait for some signs to come to you. But if it doesn't come to you in the what you were taught to believe, then you're gonna discount it. Heard somebody talking about starting a business, and I've been this here before with Rudy, and they're talking about they had to pray on it. What do you need to pray on it for? Pray about what? You were introduced to a business right there. What you need to pray about? What do you think? If somebody introduced you to some kind of business, don't you think that God, Jesus, whatever you believe, brought you to that person for a reason? Don't you think that solidifies that? You still gotta pray on it? Get the fuck out of here. I am so sick of people like that. I told Rudy that time when that woman talking about shit to pray on. I said, that she ain't gonna do nothing. She's not gonna do anybody that comes to me with that bullshit later. You're not gonna do nothing because that's an excuse for you not to do shit, and you think God or whatever you believe is gonna take care of you without doing shit. Nothing is damn free. Not even salvation, people. I don't give a shit what the Bible, people in the Bible tell a lot of different things. It's like that game I always say. You play, get the information here, it go down to the other end, the whole information change. Okay? That ain't changed. People have not, in that answer, people have not evolved that much. People still get information and it gets different when it gets out to the public. Maybe it's the nature of people, man. I don't know. Okay. It's just, we gotta really grow up. I'm just saying, Black and brown communities really got to get them off that mess. You're gonna have to put some effort in this shit. Nothing is gonna just happen. No prayer, no hallelujah, no bouncing off the damn pews, none of that running around saying, speaking in tongues. And because you've been doing this since time immemorial, why are you still where you are? That's not happening. I'm about action. I'm about doing something. Okay? As my grandmother said, God helps those who help themselves. First thing about helping yourself is taking action about anything you want. Okay? We can sit up here and talk about all that other stuff. I know you probably raised by your grandmother with all that, so have I, but I kind of had the question. But my grandmother's on the other tip said, shit ain't gonna happen unless you get off your ass.
Oh yeah.
Okay? My grandmother was a church-going person to the hill. I wasn't, but she also understood on the other tip. I don't think she suffered what a lot of people I call cognitive dissonance. Mm-hmm. They have a misguided notion that all you have to do is believe and pray. Bullshit.
Oh, well, my grandmother used to say, yeah, the Lord gave you 5 senses, but he wants you to use them 5 senses too.
Some of them he may only gave 2 senses. The way they act, I mean, you know, with all the stuff that's going on with this COVID and all this other stuff, people get some. Wake the hell up, folks. Ain't nothing gonna come, and there's no savior coming to save your ass. You are the savior. The savior, when you make action, is when you're saving, when you become saved by something, not just by sitting there praying hallelujah all the time. Okay, that's one of the biggest, I think, tricks that's gotten Black folks into the binds that a lot of us are in now, because that's all we do. And we haven't educated ourselves about what. You think this is I talked about my cat, this cat I got. And my mother said he can be sweet and all the time. When he acts up, he rubs up on you and all that, and then he turns around and acts up again. You know what I call him? I call him a Catholic cat. Why I call him the Catholic cat? I'm gonna step on the Catholic folks now, I'm told. You know, Catholic, you know, ever heard of we go to church and confession? In my confession, everybody goes to confess their sins of the week, turn around and do the same shit again or something different. Come back Sunday, do the same thing again, go back in the wake, fuck up again. Why don't you just fuck up and quit all the lies and just confess, well, I'm gonna fuck up, God. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, this is what I'm gonna do, and then we got a great understanding. So all that bullshit that you spouting off, sometimes I feel like God hates the ones that lie to him more than the ones that say, look, just you made me, this is who I am, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna fuck up. Let's have a clear understanding. That's how this cat is. He'll run around, do shit, rub up all up against you like he can. I'm sorry, you did it, and then turn around and do the same damn thing again. That's the Catholic cat. That's this little motherfucker. Here, this a little motherfucker. This is who. Here he is. Here's the Catholic cat. Sneakers. Say hi, Sneakers. You just Catholic cat. Do what you want to do. Fuck up all the time. Want to rub up on you, and then go fuck up, don't you? See, he ain't gonna say nothing now.
Yeah, of course.
What the hell is this? Why do you got a sock here? Where you get? You been in my room? Damn it! See, that's what I'm talking about. He took a sock. And he just in here messing. And then he has a lot of nerve to lay by me with the sock.
Right.
Oh, you know, I mean, come on. But this, see, it's even in the animal kingdom, they try to play you. So ain't nothing for, you know, it's either a big joke that's created to play, or you just got to understand the game, how fucked up the game is. And sometimes I always say, well, why should I follow laws of something that I had no instance in making or asking why? I'm just supposed to come here and follow them, but then everybody else is sitting there, they tell us to follow them and then break them too. That don't ride with me. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know how everybody else think about this stuff. Hey, he underneath my cat underneath my chair now. But I mean, it's just a lot of stuff I've always thought about, even as a kid, maybe not express it, but as I got an adult and start reading, I'm like, some of this is bullshit. And I know a lot of y'all out here, they're like, oh, how blasphemy. Well, you know, what's more blasphemy, telling the truth comes from the heart, or saying you this way and then turn around and lie and do the shit anyway? Come on, people. At least the people tell you they're fucking up, telling you they're fucking up. I mean, you know, my husband, I would trust them more than I would anybody else that's not going to be truthful. They don't play them games, you know. It's just like we're talking about relationships. Women get mad. I remember my mother said, well, women like a little road. And men. No, y'all don't. Y'all like a lot of road. And y'all like the motherfuckers that talk a lot of shit and they get pissed off about it because they talking shit and do what the hell they want to do. I tell them, do not come to me with that mess because I don't want to hear it. You know that the dude talked a lot of shit, but then because he talked a lot of shit. See, don't listen to what people say. Watch what they do. They say, you know that thing, action speaks louder than words. Well, that's true.
That's it.
Well, for me, anybody that knows me, what I say, I usually do. I'm just not talking. I back up what I'm saying and with my actions. So, you know, but a lot of people I know, I'm not gonna name some of them, like to do this and don't do shit. I know a lot of people like that. Love to hear love to see the sound of their voice.
Yeah.
Okay. But when it comes down to really doing shit, they full of shit. Really. They're really full of shit. And like I said, to 2021, I'm excommunicating a lot of folks like that out of my life. Oh, show me. You want to prove something to me, what you can do, you show me you can do it. I don't want to hear your mouth. I don't want to hear you running off the chap saying, I'm going to do this. I don't want to hear, I don't care. Show me that you're going to do it. Okay? Because there's a lot of y'all just running off at the grill about a lot of stuff and don't do nothing. Nada. So I just don't have time for that, people. And 2021 is going to be a different thing. We know there's going to be a lot of news that's coming out. We're not coming back on to our show till near the middle of January, folks. So you know we're going to be 10 days outside the inaugural. Actually, we're going to be at what? We're going to be about a week outside that inaugural.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of news. You know, for those who always talking about they don't know what to talk about, wake up, read. Look at the news. Look at life. Your whole life environment is your canvas. What do you mean you don't know how to talk, what to talk about? Business doesn't always have to be about business. Business is about life. Sometimes it's good to learn how to tie stuff. If you're not listening and paying attention to what's going on around there, and you can't tie it into your life, you're just not paying attention. That's your problem. Right. You think you got to always bring this thing we call value. Value is so whatever, subjective. What do you mean value? Why? A new strategy? Sometimes a new strategy is not what people need. What people need is to hear the fucking truth about what's going on, especially if it comes from what your experiences are, because it may be something that they experience too. You know, they're always talking about the biggest asset on these. If you look at Facebook now, they get this thing, Your Story, LinkedIn called Your Story. All these platforms, all they're talking about have your story, tell your story. That's the biggest asset you're going to have when you're doing marketing online. Anybody can do it, coach a damn strategy. You can put together a thing on a strategy and give it to me. You got to say that. People want to hear your story. They want to know where the fuck you've been through and why you got the attitude you got. Right. That's what they want.
And nobody can tell your story the way you can tell it.
Yeah, and it's not about, and you're not supposed to tell it to make other people feel comfortable. Fuck that.
Right.
Okay, I'm not here for that. If you don't like me because I might cuss a lot, that's fine. You don't need to be here. But I'm not going to change it because that makes you uncomfortable. You just be uncomfortable. That's you. That's your dilemma. That's your problem. It ain't mine. But like I've always said, we're here for the people that get us, understand this, don't mind it. Because you know what? I don't trust a motherfucker that don't cuss. Somewhat. If you don't cuss, there's something you hide. You ain't expressing yourself in a way. If you're really expressing yourself from the heart, from the shit that you've been through, you're going to cuss. Red Fox, Remember Red Fox?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ever listen to some of his records? He had this one that he said, if you don't cuss, I said, everybody cuss. He said, you don't cuss? Come out to my car door. Let me slam your fingers in it. I bet you make up names. You cuss. I remember that as a kid. So, you know, yeah, everybody cuss. Don't believe that people cuss are just an empty wagon trying to express themselves. No, motherfucker, ain't nothing empty, because when I'm saying it's coming from the heart, what can be empty about that? Okay, I'm cutting you out. Hey, pinche gallo cabrón. That's Spanish. I can cut you out in that too. So I don't need to be, everybody, there's too many people I'll find out in business try to be so intellectual, and what people want is somebody from the heart. You can be intellectual and be real too. Okay, you can be all those type of things. All people want, there's too many people hide behind this thing called a computer or this thing. I am as real. You can ask Kent. If we would meet face to face, this is what you would see if I was in your face. Mm-hmm. This ain't no facade. This is what I would talk to you in your face as I'm doing now. Okay. Tell them, Kent. And I mean,
Race real as they come. I mean,
I'm not gonna bullshit you.
hey, you, eh, and if you can't if you can't take that type of medicine, hey, don't come to that doctor.
No,
That's
no,
it,
that's fine. You got it right. Not if you can't handle it, if you can't handle that flavor, don't take that taste.
right. There you go.
You know?
It's just like I used to tell the kids when they used to get a little rowdy and stuff. I said, if you don't like the music I'm playing, you can go find another party.
Yeah. Yeah. If I know it's gonna be something I ain't listening to, I don't step into the damn area. You
There
know,
it
if I don't like what's going in the sandbox, I get the fuck out. Why? Why put yourself through that, people? Why do y'all put yourself through that shit? Who you trying to impress? For what? Why are you trying to impress? You don't have to get 50, 60, 40 years old to get that mind. You need to get that mindset in your 20s. It's this understanding. You're trying it too much. I'm talking to some of you 20-year-olds. I used to be there. 30-year-olds, some 40-year-olds. You don't need to try to impress everybody. I don't give a shit what's her name? She's not living your life.
Mhm.
She can give you advice. She can do this, but at the end of the day, this is your game, not theirs. Now, I don't give a shit if they 900 years old. At the end of the day, you still gotta live their life. They about done with theirs. Okay. That all they can do is give you advice, give you things. And everybody got something to say. Everybody got, their opinions. Like they say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody
Mhm.
got one.
Mhm.
And that's all they are. You know. Let me see if I can I want to run this little video that I put together.
Oh, okay.
Um, if I can find it. Say something.
Something.
Okay. See how it works. Okay, people. What?
Oh, you
Okay,
want to?
here tonight. Another Sunset Sunday. Another Sunset Sunday. Another crazy week. Crazy everything. Getting over the GNC RNC's. We're live on Facebook. Sorry, people, we're live late. Technical issues, technology, America need to get their technological stuff together. This has been a crazy ass week. I mean, for everything from hearing about when we get ready to talk about taxes to 45 getting the virus. Uh, did you see just now that he parading around the streets of DC outside of the hospital,
Yeah,
the motorcade?
I saw that. I know if you're Secret Service, you can't refuse an order, but
Who?
I would have been like, bruh.
I have told him to kiss my ass.
And I'm a marketer. I love this
Yeah,
stuff, but
so do I. You know what? I said this once before. One of the reasons why I stayed and kind of kept in the game, especially with network marketing, is because of the internet. Because I was not the personality to run around chasing people and meeting them in malls and trying to set up meetings, all that kind of stuff. You don't have a life when you're trying to do that stuff. Yeah. And I heard you said this thing a lot of times. Leverage.
Just coming from a marketer's point of view, I think watching Social Dilemma with the marketing mindset, because you can actually learn some strategies from how they've engineered Facebook,
Even telephone, they were tracking you then. I mean, if you really think about it from that standpoint, I think what scared people is how technology, we talked about this earlier, technology went from 0 to 6 months mass,
Yeah.
critical mass. I think that's what it is. I knew about them, but it's crazy. But all right, people, we're live here on Facebook. Another Sunset Sunday. This is a weekly show that I do every Sunday around this time. Today we got a special guest here, Mr. Michael McDonald from Toronto, Canada. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I don't know if I'd call myself special, but all right.
No, well, hey, that's how I got to do. I got to do it that way to, introduce you. Since I know I met you. How did I originally meet you? I can't remember. Was it on LinkedIn or?
Yeah, we originally connected through LinkedIn, and then the company that I was with at the time was having a convention in the U.S. I think it was. I can't remember if it was Ohio. Anyway, point is, I came to the States for the convention, and it wasn't far from where you were, so we were able to connect. Sit down and have a talk for a little bit.
Right, 'cause I met you. In fact, you came to Columbus. That's where I'm at now.
Oh, okay, there we go. Columbus. Yes. I remember that now.
Yeah, and you came to Columbus. Let me go here. And you and I guess it was one of your upline.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
one of the top guys of the company.
Yeah.
Yes, at the time.
Yeah. So when we were talking earlier, you said that company kind of had some issues and stuff. What are you doing right now? I mean, what's business and stuff?
Well, one thing I always had a passion. I think this is one of the problems with Zoom sometimes.
Right.
Same thing happens with Skype.
Right. Everybody's getting on there.
Yeah.
I can hear you now, Greg.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But your video is frozen.
Even Kent's frozen.
Yeah, we can hear you. But the video.
Okay, you freezing.
Well, you're froze.
Okay, you can hear me. Because I'm looking at you on my phone too right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're live, people, on another Sunday, on another well, it's a holiday weekend. How's everybody's? We just talking about holiday weekend, holiday stuff. With that being said, my name is Greg Smith. Kent Robinson.
Yes.
Peace, people.
Sir.
Care. Be safe in this crazy climate that we are living in. You don't know what's going on. We're getting the second half of the year. We still got time to get off that damn W-2 shit. Ed? We out of here.
I'm gonna have to go on your channel and catch that.
Yeah, it was it was too long at one time, so I dropped it down to like 6 minutes. So I just took some. I couldn't find the one that we had your one friend, the girl. Yeah, I couldn't find. I didn't know how I labeled that. I couldn't find that video. Oh well,
Yeah, I know it'll turn up for you.
Yeah.
I can't think of the title either.
But with that being said, like I said, coming to the end of another year of events. I'm pretty sure 2021 is going to be even more so. What do you think, man?
Oh, this 2020 was just the beginning of whatever whatever 2021 is going to bring in as far as the pandemic is concerned. You know, this was just this year was just opening up the floodgates for that. Now,
Yeah.
the optimist,
Yeah, I hope that
yeah,
we can get back to some resemblance of normal,
yeah, but
especially for
we
summer.
right, but we're going to
Um,
have to understand that the way we do things going forward, we're not going to be able to go back to that quote unquote normalcy that we had
yeah,
pre-COVID.
2019 pre-pandemic era is gone. The way we did things, hey, it's just like I said, 9/11 changed a lot of things also.
Yes.
This has changed even more so. I hope and I feel that this year has woken up a lot of people to a lot of different things, especially on how you can do business, which you don't have to do things as what we've been saying, what has been proven about what type of country we really live in. When you got 70 million people still voted for this misogynistic, racist, prejudiced person, that tells you what the percentage of our country has that mindset. Ain't no doubt now. Okay, you cannot hide the genie's been out of the bottle. You can't put him back in there. We know. So those of y'all that voted for this, we know who you are. And hey, you got a right to that shit. We just got a right to not to be around your ass, but we gonna keep an eye. We gotta keep our head on a swivel about your ass. Then that's so be it.
Because as your orange one just said, it is what it is.
Yeah, So with that being said, I hope y'all got value from tonight's show. You got any last thoughts, things, say, whatever?
Well, if I haven't said it, I'm sure I have, but I just want to make it official. I appreciate you inviting me on to your platform, so I could, you know, uh, perpetuate my business. How you and I got together, you know, and yeah, and Greg and I, hey, we seem to get along just right. But me and Greg have had some disagreements, but we always, hey, we know where we're coming from. We respect each other. He's my boy. I got his back. I know he's got mine. You know.
It's just I don't try to. I wasn't raised with a lot of pretentious attitude, and like I tell, one of the biggest deal breakers, especially with women, if you come with me with all that pretentious attitude, I'm done. I ain't got time. I ain't with it. And with any of that kind of stuff, just keep it real from your perspective. Even if I don't agree with all that, that's your right to have that shit. But it don't. I don't have a right to say, well, that's bull. I mean, I gotta say it. Don't mean you gotta agree with it. But it is what it is. Life is what it is. So it's just But there are some things, like I said, I take myself out of because I believe in a lot of things about energy. Energy feeds a lot of different things. And when I feel like it's dark, which has been in the last 3.5, 4 years, with all the stuff that's happening, and the people that subscribe to it, I said, I had to let y'all go. Because I ain't got time for it. Whether I've known you 400,000 years, if you subscribe to that, I guess I didn't know you that well. Or you drank the Kool-Aid and thought that this was going to change something in your life. I don't know. But that's your right to be that way. My right to be who I am, I don't know. My opinion about President-elect Biden, about trying to bring what he probably needs to do is bring the people in the country that want to bring it together and fuck the rest of them people. Really. just gotta keep your head on swivel about that. You're not gonna bring all those people who subscribe to that ideology. It ain't gonna happen. The hell with them. Maybe if we're lucky, maybe the pandemic take them out. Maybe I shouldn't say it, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying you can't save everybody. That's a waste. That's another wasted energy all in itself. Why put the energy into there's other things that the world, the country needs to be dealt with, and that's where his concentration, in my opinion, should be focused on. There's some even in the Democratic Party try to get a little bit too ahead of what's going on. You need to take care of what needs to be taken care of now. You know, you get these people talking about all this progressive shit, but progressive don't mean shit if they ain't got no foundation to build off of. Okay?
Right.
Y'all talk all that progressive bullshit you want. If you ain't got the right foundation to build all of it, it don't mean nothing. Okay?
And I think so far, I think he's made some nice moves as far as the international front. Now
Yeah.
he puts out his economic team tomorrow, so we'll see what results from that.
He's supposed to. I've read that he's supposed to have a whole female communication team.
I was just about to say that. Yep.
That's gonna be something. If that ain't progressive enough for your ass, there ain't nothing gonna be. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing gonna be. So with that being said, I hope everybody got value from the time we've been on here, the 8 months, and you still support us and going into 2021. Because yeah, we're gonna really keep it real in 2021. Because I know it's gonna be some shit.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna come down, and we're gonna keep it real. With that being said, my name is Greg Smith. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving and go into your holiday into 2021 being safe. Spend time with your family, friends, whatever. Be safe.
And this is Kent Robinson. Yes, happy holidays to you. So for I'm gonna get them all out the way. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, and I think and Happy New Year. And
all that shit.
All that shit.
All that shit.
Let's have a blessed and prosperous New Year, everyone. And please continue to stay safe.
Yeah, let's go into 2021 with some fortitude and light. With that being said, like I said, my name is Greg Smith. Peace. Don't let the job put you in the early grave, like I always said, because they'll have your job in the paper before they have your obituary. We don't want to go into 2021 with that type of thing. That being said, peace. We're out.
Take care, everybody.